Welcome to Let's Game Talk. Today, we're going to talk about how to maximize those FPS in Warzone, or any game for that matter. For Nvidia users, you probably can skip the first minute of me going through the settings. That is in particular to AMD graphic card users. Anyways, for those who don't know, I have both AMD and Nvidia cards. AMD in my gaming computer, Nvidia in my streaming computer, and also another Nvidia card in my music production computer. Anyways, before we hop into this, please support the channel, like, subscribe, comment, share, do whatever you can to support. It will be greatly appreciated. On my last introduction, I had a little bit of audio difficulty, so if you see a different outfit, sounds a little bit different, or the lighting's different, I do apologize. Alright, so let's just hop right into this. Let's game talk. Quit talking, man. Let's game talk. Who run a game, boy? Alright, the first thing that we're gonna do, and this is definitely in particular for AMD users, Nvidia, I'm not sure if this setting also works, but this is definitely an AMD thing. You're gonna go to Documents. Go to this file, go to Players File, go to Advanced Options, and we're going to be looking at this renderer worker count, which is at 8 now. Now, when I first installed this was at like 7, and they just, when you install the game, it just has a tendency of just picking and choosing what number goes there, but it doesn't really work like that. So what you're going to want to do is go into your task manager, check how many cores you have, or if you already know that, then you're really going to want to put that number right here. So for me, just go to Performance. You see cores are 8, logical processors are 16, so it's always half of what your logical processors are. And for cores, so basically it's just whatever the cores is, which is 8, should go here. This prevents a lot of that stuttering that goes on in Warzone, especially when you just drop in the regular Warzone maps that sometimes you might see. So this is a quick fix for that. The next setting that we're going to do is that we're going to shut off the background apps. You can just simply do this by clicking this button to everything off. You don't want any extra things running in the background of your computer. The next thing that we're going to change is our power plan. You're going to want to make sure this is click to never, and then definitely never, you want your PC never to be in sleep mode. So then we're going to hop over to additional power settings. You're going to want to make sure that you're in the high performance AMD Ryzen, and for Nvidia users, the setting is basically the same. You're just going to want to be in the high performance power plan. Next, we're going to check out the game mode settings. Now, all of these settings in game mode, you're going to want off. Xbox game bar, you're going to want off. The capture modes, you're going to want the background recording to off. You're going to want the recorded audio to off. And that's basically it. Now we're going to hop into the AMD settings. Now this is the part for Nvidia users. Now a lot of the same things that I'm going to show you in the AMD settings can also be applied in Nvidia settings. So let's hop in here. Let's go to the Performance tab first. Now I do overclock my GPU manually. And so these are my settings for that manual overclock. You can just pause this, take a screenshot of this. Then we're going to go into the gaming mode. Here's my settings in gaming mode. Radeon anti-lag, definitely on. Image sharpening, it depends. Like if you have a 1080p monitor, you might want to up this sharpening, but I have a 1440p 2K monitor, so I just leave this really low because basically my picture quality is already really crisp. You're definitely going to want the anti-aliasing to user application settings, and any of these settings where it's can be user application settings, just put that as your setting. Basically everything else disabled or in performance. AMD FreeSync, you're going to want this off. Scaling mode, global setting default. You can do a custom color profile. It will not cause any more. It won't cause any extra input lag or anything, so you can definitely do that. Now we're going to hop into the game, and I'm going to show you my game settings. Display mode, you're going to want in full screen. Some of the other options do cause a little bit of input lag, so I would suggest that you just keep this in full screen. You're going to want to select your monitor refresh rate. Mine is a 144 hertz refresh rate monitor, so I put that there. 1440p monitor, you're always going to want this set to 100. Aspect ratio to automatic. VSync, you never want that enabled, and if you do, if you have a lot of tearing, just remember that it is going to cause a slight input lag. Custom frame rate unlimited, you're going to want to take advantage of the most FPS that you can get out of your computer and your monitor. A lot of my settings are just that low. Streaming quality, texture resolution, texture filter, low. Particle quality. Now, this is a controversial one. Some people say that with it on high, it actually gives you extra FPS. So I mean, this one really doesn't matter. You don't see the VRAM usage go up. And for a lot of the different things where you see the VRAM usage goes up, that is taking a little bit of hit on your FPS. Tessellation disabled, on-demand texture streaming disabled. Shadow map resolution I keep on low. Cache spot shadows and sun shadows. Sometimes I have them enabled, sometimes I don't. It's just a little hit on the VRAM usage. It really doesn't affect FPS too much. Particle lighting to normal. You're not going to want DirectX ray tracing or any of that stuff on. Have that disabled because that would definitely take an FPS hit to your computer and to your gaming. Anti-aliasing, once again, you're going to want that off. Depth of field, disabled. Filmic strength to 1. Motion blur for either one of these disabled because I don't even know why they have it on here. Fill grain to 0. Dynamic resolution is something that's new. That just came in this last major update. I mean, I kind of played around with it for a little bit. And actually it worked great and I didn't notice any input lag. But for some fight scenes, some weirdness happened with my screen. So until I'm able to play around with this more, and maybe I got to manipulate my GPU a little bit differently, I'm just going to leave it off. But if I can figure it out to make it work, I'll do another video to let you guys know. My general settings, I keep a 103 field of view. I don't like mine's too big because stuff gets too small in the distance. Now, it does look cool. And just 103 works great for me. I can see enough of those edges of those maps and different enemies moving in spaces that I couldn't when I was on console. So it's definitely helpful. Brightness 55, it's up to you, your preferences. Not much here. Controller settings are as follows. Now I use this Series Elite 2 with the mod scuff paddles in the back. Now this comes with paddles in the box. It came with some paddles, but these paddles just were too shallow, and anybody that uses this controller would understand. So I would suggest getting the scuff paddles for the, it's a mod that they make for the bottom of these, and it just works better. I can do a separate video on controller settings because these are a big part of different advantages when you use the Xbox accessories tab. You can definitely customize your controller to work better, especially in Warzone, and it's a huge advantage. Sensitivity, I keep at 8 and 8. I play around with this all the time. Same with my ADS sensitivities. Dynamic, I've been playing around with this for the last month with precision. Scale aim assist, FOV, I have disabled. And here's the rest of my settings. So I really hope that this video was helpful. It's just a short video. I can get more in depth. You guys just leave comments down below and I can do another video on the specifics that you might want to see for my setup. I hope this video was great. Please like, share, comment, and keep this channel growing. Thank you for your support as it is, and I hope you guys have a great day. Peace. Let's game talk.